Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic and this is another reaction for Shokugeki no Suma. It is season 3 episode 12 and well, as always, you know how it is. If you want to see my reaction, please go down in my descriptions. There you will find a link and you will just replace the circumflex dots with real dots. And you will find my reaction there. Enjoy it, and as soon as you did, you're very welcome to come back to hear out what I thought about this episode. So, for those of you who have come back, welcome back. So, the bee just left the hive. Or, the story is out so far right now. Everyone knows finally what is going on. So, they all finally know who son and father are. I'm still not sure about what this with those different names has to mean. I guess you will enlighten me there, I guess. But however, there is a lot that has gone on in this episode, but mainly at the end. I mean, this shines a complete new light on what is happening. But let's start at the start. So, the cooking. There was a fight going on between the first seed and Yukihira Suma, which was awesome. I already said before in my last discussions that I had a belief that there is a chance that Suma would win here, but it was not a good chance. Thus, what we've seen in the past was really on another level by the first seed. So this proved to be right. There was a slight chance due to his passion, and I thought like maybe that's what will spur him even more. But it was not enough. They're still not on the same level here. However, what I see clearly is that Yukihira created something completely new. In the meaning of that he made a new dish just by his own ideas, using charcoal, using once again, which was reminding me very much of the first season, easy to get food, easy to get ingredients that do not cost very much. So that would be something that he could, except for the venison, which is pretty expensive, would be able to craft in a small diner like he had in the past with his father. So he used a snack. Really, he did not use the rare ingredients itself. He used a snack. He used instant coffee. I mean, seriously. It's not like he had coffee beans and got them ready and everything, like fresh. No, he used instant coffee. So there we are again at this very unique style that he has. And I like that they bring this back. He changed a lot away from it over the time, partially. So he used really good ingredients more and more. But we had it at the festival the last time when he went for an easy food, the balls that were inside of the oven. As example, and it was very much in the first season when he was not having a lot of money, so he had to use cheap ingredients. But that was fitting because that is the world that he came from. He was not in a 5-star high-class restaurant. He was in a small diner where they sold food for everyday people. So I can see that they're bringing this back. And I think by creating something new, he made a statement as well, because Central right now is not about creating anything new. They want to stick to old things. They want to stick to the perfect things. But that would mean there will never be anything new. So by bringing out something new, he opposed that. However, the food that the number one seed pushed out was, as they said, perfect harmony. And I can completely see that. So that was about him showing his skills, and he really is on another level still. As it seems, especially they showed it about the sauce that he made, so like to balance out all ingredients and were many ingredients at the same time perfectly. So well, he won, but he did not force Suma to be into Central. He was, and I'm not sure here about why. His reasons that he stated was that Suma is so unpredictable that he would be afraid that he wouldn't get what he wanted from him all the time, so that he cannot rely on him there. Which I can see. But we've seen before in the last episode that Suma would very, very well be able to be his right-hand man. I think he has his very own agenda, his very own plans. And he is aware of that maybe it's not as perfect as Central wants it to be right now. That's the one thing. Second thing here is we had more wins by different people, by Megumin, by Mito Ikumi, which I really like the story about the perfect meat in the background always. And I completely forgot his name, but the one in the picture here as well with the glasses, who's very analytical, but he won as well. So there are other local cuisines winning too. But then came the big bombshell. So there was a small talk between Azani and the first seed, where the first seed, in my opinion, very much gave Azani the reason to visit the dormitory. Because he made it clear that he thinks the actual first year, which are most of the people we care about at the moment, are very different from the last years. And in the central is Yukihiro Suma. So he pinched the interest of Azani there. And that's why he visited. I mean, yes, he did as well to get his daughter back, but I think this was a test. Definitely was. So he came to visit to ask his daughter to follow him. He was partially ordering. He was not very strong about it, but you could see how much influence he has on her. She started to move without wanting it, and everyone else tried to stop her. And then we had Fumio-san coming in, making it clear for everyone that Azani in the past was a member of the Storm. Nakamura was his name, and he married into the Nakiri family, which is interesting to know. So he is not a real son, he is a son-in-law of the former leader of the academy, which still gets the question, where's the mother, you know? There was already, it was like the introduction to the rest of the story that came up here, and this one changes a lot in my opinion. So Azani, without being asked when Yukihiro followed him, stated that he thinks the Storm right now does not have it golden age because it had in the past with Saiba Yuichiro, which we know as the father of Yukihiro Suma. And Azani looked up to him. And that is an interesting thing. And because he still does, as it seems. So, what he does is because he thinks the cooking world, the way it works, destroyed the talent, destroyed the option that Yuichiro had. And he is on a journey, on a quest to change this industry, to make it right on the one that he looks up to, and to make sure this doesn't happen again. Which is strangely a positive reason to do something. And it didn't fit completely with the way he was portrayed until now. But I mean, there had to be reasons for what he's doing. Interesting is that those reasons are not about himself. Though it is, at least at the moment, from what he says, about the one he looked up to. So right now, I'm not sure. He's talking about a revolution happening. Right now, strangely enough, it might very well be that the Shokugekis that happen, because everyone is fighting Central, is having a little bit of a positive influence by the way that those really focus on what they are doing. They're really standing for what they believe in. So it is about passion again. which he brings in here by being the enemy. I ask myself if he really is the evil guy, or if he is acting as the evil guy. I mean, we've known from the past he was. No question there. The way he treats his daughter is still not really nice. The question is, what does he really want to achieve? Does he want to push more those who are really, really good? And the main question is, does he want to subdue, does he want to suppress those who are not good enough? Because they still have, that is what it was all about. They still had the rights to cook. They still should have the right to learn to get better. That is what it was mainly about, which I didn't like. The fact that he suppresses those who are beneath a specific level that he sets. I'm not sure about how much of what happened until now is really what he wants, or is he using it to further something else? I'm not really clear about him now. So there popped up a lot of questions by the end of this episode. There popped up a lot of questions about him and about his reasons for acting as he is right now. We will see. I guess we will see. And last but not least, so everyone knows it now, including her, which possibly may change a lot right now. I mean, she grew to like him. She grew to like Suma. We have seen it. She was struggling with it, with the fact that he is a nice guy. But it was not only about him, it was the complete change in her. The crystal princess, the perfect golden tongue, who was always drawn back, partially due to what happened in the past with her father, started to melt more and more over the episodes by getting friends in this dormitory as well, which we've seen today again. So she woke up from a slumber. She became more and more someone who has a heart, who listens to her heart. And so that is one thing. And now seeing that he is the son of more or neither her father, I think she looked up to him, to Jouichirou, a lot like to a father, or like the really good uncle, something like that, I don't think like a big brother. It is really the father figure. She created herself additionally because he behaved positively, I think. So that might change a bit, and we will see what's happening. I really look forward to more, as always, and I hope you do as well. So this is it for this time. My name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.